Live fight of the evening, an Olympic medalist that's got promoter Frank Maloney very excited. Here's Ed Robinson.
It's 20 years since he signed Olympian Lennox Lewis, and now Frank Maloney believes he is a fighter with similar potential. Darren Sutherland.
His commitment is unbelievable. It's probably the most dedicated I've seen. He is so desperate to get to the top, and to get to the top in a quick time.
The Irish hope captured bronze in Beijing before making an immediate impact on the paid ranks with his December debut in Dublin.
Great debut, big night. Darren Sutherland, maybe a star is born.
I think a lot of fighters kind of get that type of attention when they're boxing for titles, you know, not their pro debut. So to get through that now, it's great now, and I think the pressure's off.
The dedicated super middleweight's been lodging with his manager, studying fight tapes of the greats and training in London, where he works with the respected Brian Lawrence.
I expect to see big things with this kid. I mean, the benchmark is to be a world champion, not European champion, not the Irish champion, world champion. I'm expecting something great.
And Sutherland's promising to showcase his rapid progress.
The punching power is there, the offensive skills are there, but just working on being a bit more clever in the ring, you know. I just love to scrap sometimes, and so yeah, I'm just looking forward to the next fight and hope to improve again, you know.
A devastating display in his first fight. What will happen in his second pro outing? Our MC, Gary Logan.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome to the ring 2008 Beijing bronze medalist from Dublin, Darren the Dazzler Sutherland.
Well, it's excellent to see the domestic game revitalised by the launch onto the professional scene of so many precocious former amateur stars. The Beijing Games has dished up many homegrown talents, and Ireland's Darren Sutherland struck bronze. Those around him believe he'll make the most exciting pro because of his style, and if his Dublin debut was anything to go by, we're in for an enjoyable ride. Belarusian Siarhei Navarka is the test tonight. Number 2 for Sutherland.
Your next contest is a super middleweight contest of 6 3-minute rounds. Introducing to you firstly in the red corner. Wearing the red and white trunks, he comes from Belarus and weighs in at 11 stones, 11 pounds and 8 ounces. Tonight, engaging in his 29th contest, please welcome Siarhei Navarka. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the green trunks with white trim. He fights out of Dublin and weighs in at 12 stone, 3 pounds. He has a professional record of 1 fight, 1 win, that win coming by way of knockout. He is a 2008 Beijing Olympic bronze medalist. Please welcome the Dazzler, Darren Sutherland. Your timekeeper is Gary Brennan. Your referee at the bell is Phil Edwards. This is 6 3-minute rounds.
You've had your instructions in the dressing room, gentlemen. You know what I expect. Touch gloves. Good luck.
So with the nerves and butterflies extracted from Dublin, and that media interest in the professional debut, this is where the education and development really starts. Second fight against the more experienced pro, Siarhei Navarka from Belarus. What are we going to see from Sutherland tonight? First round, first fight, he was well, dazzling.
Yeah, he looks like a fighter who is really going to be suited to the pro game. You know, he moves around like a pro, delivers punches like a pro. It'll probably be a little while before he's really tested as a pro, but certainly all the attributes look to be in place. So we expect we're looking at a star of the future here.
The word is he's in hot sparring sessions with good level fighters already in London. The 26-year-old, fast hands there. Nice meaty shots and a good jab he possesses.
Yeah, I noticed in his debut he was heavy-handed. You know, he didn't have to wind any of the punches up. So to his credit, Navarka giving it a go here in the opening round. So Sutherland just doesn't want to get drawn into anything, just keep it tidy. That one caught on the elbow. Looked like it was heading a little bit low.
Already a relaxed and controlled feel about the work of Darren Sutherland. Face reddened of Navarka, who's trying to throw his own punches, but he's getting beaten back with that jab. Good defense, thinking about it, lovely. Put that together beautifully.
Navarka was shaken by those.
He just gripped in on his gum shield there. The Belarusian, and the hand speed and combinations are proving too much. Good body shot too. All Sutherland again. Oh, lovely body shot, cracking in with the right hook.
Yeah, he's picking these punches beautifully. He's moving in and out of range, everything nice and smooth. Navarka's been giving it a go for the first couple of minutes, but you can see the class coming from Sutherland.
He's only won 6 of 28, Navarka. He's on a losing run, but that's to be expected, obviously, with the early days, and Sutherland is doing the job emphatically again at the moment. Right hand's doubling up, and there's the jab, and there's a lovely look about him.
Well, Navarka's taken a couple of stiff shots, but still keeps coming, which is good. So at least he's making Sutherland work. More so than he had to do in his debut, so this is better.
Good first round, though, for Darren Sutherland. Brian Lawrence chosen as the man to guide Darren Sutherland, three-time All-Irish champion, Olympic bronze medalist. The pedigree's there.
Yeah, well, I know his corner have been calling for better use of the jab. Well, I think we saw some of that. That was the left hook there, but quite often a good solid stiff jab looked to break Navarka up.
The all green of the proud Dubliner Darren Sutherland, who was front and back page news when we were over there for his pro debut. And he gets straight down to business again in this second round. Up against Sergei Navarka, 29-year-old from Belarus, who's taken some heavy shots in the first. Good right hand. Starting to find the head now, Sutherland, with cleaner work.
I think Sutherland timing them slightly better at the beginning of this round. Maybe just didn't have quite the snap in the opening round that we saw in his debut. I think we have to give Navarka a little bit of credit. He looks fairly tough as well. But when you start timing the punches better, then there's that little bit extra snap. Good left hook.
And Navarka brave and spirited. Sutherland just a lovely poise and relax as he's coming in and out with that jab, the feet working. He's got the look, Jim, of a good fighter, you know, who it's only his second outing.
Yeah, we'll just see how he copes if Navarka keeps coming at him. Navarka hasn't been discouraged yet. Sutherland's produced some excellent work, but this guy's still trying to walk him down, still trying to make a fight of it.
It's fiery from Navarka. Now Sutherland again tries to control him up with that jab. The following right hand, not quite landing.
Well, this is the kind of matches you need for a young fighter. No matches where he's going to win them, but he has to work to stay in control. Then he's going to develop. So, I mean, he's winning this by a mile, but not quite having all his own way. Navarka, to his credit, a good shot to the top of the head there. Timing them better, so you see the difference in the snap and the punches when he starts timing them well.
Accuracy to the body, then the head from Sutherland. As Navarka tries to crowd the Irishman. Showing a cool head, though, under a little bit of pressure, Sutherland. Just looking for ticks in the boxes at the moment, aren't we, Jim?
Yeah, and probably when an opponent just keeps coming straight at you, then you want to meet him with a good solid jab. Sutherland hasn't done that quite so often this round, so Navarka's getting close. That was a good shot.
And the right hand is working. Sutherland, concentration.
See, now we're seeing the jab. You can see the way that stopped Navarka in his tracks there. But still looking lively, still making a nuisance of himself. Sutherland's having to work.
Darren Sutherland in control here in fight number 2. Technically boxing well as well. 23-0, what a stat after 6 minutes.
Yeah, and you would expect the accumulation of punches maybe to start discouraging Navarka now. When he's done well, he's pushing himself forward for 2 rounds. But you wonder just how long you can keep the enthusiasm going.
Navarka has extended Darren Sutherland into round 3. All eyes at the moment on these Olympic fighters. Some who won medals, some who didn't, who are turning over. Tony Jeffries last week, James De Gale, Frankie Gavin, Billy Joe Saunders. Here's Darren Sutherland, one of the better ones. Looking good at the moment, and immediately Phil Edwards there at the start of the 3rd calls it off. It was an unanswered volley. He might have thought it was a bit premature, Navarka, but it was very one-sided, Jim.
Yeah, but well, the stats told you that at the beginning of the round. Probably Navarka feels that the punches he took there weren't any worse than the punches they'd already taken in the first couple of rounds, but it was one-sided, it wasn't competitive, and I don't suppose there was much more point letting it continue, and Sutherland was beginning to dig the punches in, he was timing them better. So as I say, the referee, his job is to stop problems from happening, and you can see how cleanly the punches were landing now. I mean, those were unanswered, they were clean, the snap was in the shots. So you can't really argue with the stoppage. He was either going to stop it now or stop it a minute from now. So what was the difference? Better doing it now before any damage takes place.
2 out of 2, 2 by knockout. Darren Sutherland performs again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time, 26 seconds of the 3rd round. Your winner from Dublin, Darren the Dazzler Sutherland.
Beijing bronze as a professional now. It's 2 wins out of 2. And Ricky Hatton, impressive.
Very impressive. I think all the Olympians that we've been fortunate to see have been very, very impressive, but I think he's the best for me.
Plenty of action still to come this Friday fight night. Prize fighter middleweight champion Martin Murray in action a little bit later on. We've got John Kays, fighter on the comeback trail, lost his unbeaten record last time out. Can he bounce back? A former Commonwealth title challenger, Matthew Edmonds, also in action. Let's get reaction from Darren Sutherland, ringside with Adam Smith.
Darren Sutherland, we got to see a little bit more of you there. What did you learn tonight with that performance?
You're not going to blast everybody out with single shots, you know, and Brian said when they come back to the corner, stop putting them together in 2s and 3s, and you get a reaction because he's kind of going pap, pap, pap. So he's really, even though I was hitting him, he was expecting them each time. So as soon as it kind of changed it up a little bit, yeah, but that's really good because, you know, his record didn't look great, but this is what we want. I'm learning still, you know, and I've learned a lot there in those 3 rounds, you know, to pace yourself and more body shots. That's what I need to work on, more body shots. But
after 2 rounds, 23-0 in your favour in terms of jabs. Yeah. That your best weapon?
Definitely. Like, I have others there, but the jab sets everything up, you know, and my old trainer, John McCormick, back in Ireland, always used to say, jab will take you around the world. So, you know, keep working on it and everything else flows behind it.
Frank Maloney, so many of these Olympic fighters turning pro at the moment. Do you believe you've got the best of the lot, and why?
Well, definitely. We've seen him. He's, you know, 2 fights, 2 reasonable opponents that have come to fight, and he's done what you got to do. When you get a journeyman, you've got to take him out and look good doing it, and he's done it both times. You know, I can't ask for no more. He's still learning. Brian's got him back in school classroom next week, and we'll see him out again in May. He may be out a little bit sooner than May. Might surprise people.
Slowly and steadily. Well done tonight, Darren. Thank you.
Smiling, is he the pick of the crop as far as you go with the Olympic medalists?
I think all the Olympians we've seen so far have looked very impressive, but he's the best for me. He looks very, very suited to the pro game. Feet permanently planted. He's not running all over the show, just little steps. Every punch in the book there, left jabs, right crosses, and although his opponent was very, very game, unfortunately that's all he was. I don't think I saw him land a single punch there. Defence, jab, right hand, body shots, uppercuts. Can't praise that lad enough.
Frank Maloney says he lives the life of a fighter as well. How important is that?
Very important. You know, you've got to be in the gym all the time. You've got to be improving. He's got to be building his stamina up, building his technique up. But he looks like he's been in. He looks like he's had 22 professional fights. Never mind 2 professional fights. And it's going to be very, very excited to see the progress of Darren Sutherland. Very impressed with him.
For all boxing info, news, and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.